This Jeep Gladiator is getting a next level upgrade. A customer came to us and he had gone to maybe more of like a box store, you know, like probably what he thought was a decent kit, you know, and he bought the best shocks that were available. And as he learned and he researched and got to know his Jeep better and what he wanted to do with it better, like he realized that there was some shortcomings, and he decided to level up and go with, you know, top tier suspension such as King and such as MetalCloak, and elected for the 2.5-inch Kings with the cat adjusters and the MetalCloak 3.5-inch Gamechanger.
I'm drinking green tea all day. There's rock lights on the steering knuckles. That's good.
So we removed the axle from this Jeep Gladiator to install all the MetalCloak components. Tell me about why we do this and what benefits it may have.
You know, it almost goes back to, like, you can correlate it to our diesel performance, and, you know, if we get too deep into a head gasket job or something, you know, we'll pull the cap, you know, to make it easier to work on. You know, sometimes when you're doing these lift kits, it's easier to unhook track bar, sway bar, steering, brake lines, drop that axle down, put it on jack stands. Nothing's in your way. You can grind on it, you can weld on it, you can do whatever you want, and you know, it makes it easier. And most of the stuff's getting tore apart already, and just a couple more minutes, and we got it on jack stands, and no frame rails or engine mounts or anything in the way.
These collars are like actually perfectly machined to fit.
Yeah, buddy. So Mike, let's talk about these bump stops. I know the bump stops are from King. The mounts are from EVO Manufacturing. What can you tell me about that?
EVO Manufacturing makes a great product, and we didn't go with their suspension kit, but they have a really great relationship with King. Great provisions for hydraulic bump stops. They use the King bump stop. They build the bracketry front and rear. On my personal JK, I ran their front kit. It was a lot of fun because we got to do the Gladiator rear mount, which Frenches into the frame and puts a 2.0 bump stop. I think it's like a 4-inch travel. It just makes me want to go out and pound some whoops. Like, it is an awesome setup. And yeah, anytime we get to involve EVO on one of our builds, which, you know, we're up here in the Pacific Northwest, it's not every day, but we really enjoy EVO's product and the build quality and the ingenuity involved in it.
On the ground and all the weights on it, we're gonna adjust that so the rear axle is square. So I'll measure like inner fender to outside of the tire on both sides and get that even with this adjustment. Yeah, once that's square, then you can move on to everything else. But that's like the first thing you need to do when this is gonna get aligned.